Asian pear butter is a great way to spice up the Asian pear. It has so many lovely spices in it, including ginger and anise and cardamom. It is so delicious. One of the things that I like about the fruit butters is that they act kind of like a jam, but at the same time, they don't have near the same amount of sugar in them. So I feel like I'm being a little bit healthier. I've already prepared my Asian pears by first coring them, then peeling them, quartering them, and placing them in a pan until they were nice and softened. I put just a little bit of water in the bottom so that it doesn't stick in the beginning when they're still firm. About the time they're nice and soft, I measured out 6 cups worth of the pulp. I like my butter to be nice and smooth, so I'll then run this pulp through my blender. And then I'll place it into a large pot. This is actually a little bit low as far as the sides go because sometimes as it's cooking down, it'll splurt up. So I'll just put a screen over it. I then add 1/2 a cup of brown sugar, 1/4 a cup of lemon juice, 1/4 of a teaspoon of ground ginger, 1/4 of a teaspoon of lemon peel, 1/8 of a teaspoon of cardamom, 1/8 of a teaspoon of nutmeg, 1/8 of a teaspoon of salt, and 1 star anise. I'll then stir this together and place it on the stove on low heat until it is nice and thick. It's nice and thick now, and I highly recommend using a splatter screen because this goes all over the place. Either that or have very high sides on your pan. A splatter screen like that one is great because it folds in half so you can open it up to stir a little bit. Don't forget to pull out your anise star. That would be a surprise later. So I'll fill up my jar to 1/2 of an inch of headspace, which is the space from the top of the food to the top of the jar. This smells just so heavenly. It's really an easy recipe, but even an easy recipe, if it's got the right spices in it, can be amazing. I've found on recipes like this that it's actually super important to use the spatula because so much of the food can stick to the sides. I then use a clean damp cloth to clean off the rims of my jars. This is so that if there's any food on there, it won't interfere with the seal. And then I put my lids on to fingertip tight. Everything's really hot right now, so I just try to go really fast. I'm using an electric water bath today, but you could use just a standard one that you put on the stove. And these will process for 15 minutes if at sea level. I'm at 1,200 feet, so I'm going for 20. Now that it's at a nice boil, I'll set my timer. Now that the timer's gone off, I'll remove the lid and turn off the heat and allow it to cool for 5 minutes. I then remove the jars from the canner and space them about 1 to 2 inches apart so that they can cool more easily. I'll then leave them undisturbed for about 24 hours so that they can get a good seal. And I can tell they have a good seal if the middle button has gone down. This one's still up, those ones have gone down already, but this should follow pretty quickly too. After 24 hours, I'll remove the ring, use hot soapy water to clean off the outside, and then I'll store them in a cool, dry, dark location and use them in the next 1 to 3 years. So now it's time for the taste tester. Actually, this apple pear butter, Asian pear, that's what one of my nieces used to call it. She would call them apple pears, but this Asian pear butter tastes just amazing. It's got this smoothness to it, and then you get that kind of floral anise flavor. Yeah, no, it's really good. I don't even know if I would feel like I had to put this on something. I think I could just eat it.